Hello everyone. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Lexi. I am a fit model competitor, posing coach, and previous bikini competitor of many years. And today I'm going to be doing a wrap up of my recent competition I was in, the NPC Junior USAs. This is a national level competition where for fit model, the winners of their height classes became IFBB pros, and it was my first national level show. So today I'm gonna go over, a little bit of show recap, how I did, how show day went, things that occurred, all of that, my judging feedback, and maybe a little bit of plans going forward. Not a ton on that at this point, I don't think, but let's just get into it. So let's just rip the Band-Aid off. I got last place. It is what it is. It's one of those things, you can see it online. So I don't think there's a point in trying to skirt around it, anything of that, but I didn't do well. Many things contributed to this, some of it with my feedback. My peak week was pretty rough. I did get my period 2 days out, trying to mitigate that, and that inhibiting trying to fill me out. We didn't really start filling me out until 2 days out anyways. And that compiled with other things, it was just a rough show day. I felt really rushed. One other thing that definitely didn't help me was my tan was way too light. Insert clips right here from my peak week vlog and my show day vlog about how light my tan was. Well, they didn't spray my neck. I'm honestly not that dark. They're gonna darken me up a lot. Just so that I can, it's honestly a pretty light tan. I don't see myself using the darker color at all. That's the 400 color. It just seems so dark because of this, the tan seems light on it. So yeah, I noticed my tan was light. The tanning ladies, the day before the show, one wanted to look at me before I left and then I got rushed off. I'm talking with the tanning company about it. I've worked with them before for my tan and really liked my color, and that was one of the best tans I'd had previously. But this show, I'll put up comparison photo right over here. I'm super light. I'm way lighter than everyone else. Not that that would have drastically changed my placement, but it's one of those things people have in the past been marked down for tan. It makes it harder to see. And also my skin notoriously eats the glaze. I probably should have gotten glazed again right before I went on. So those are mistakes that I know about. I know better. But going forward, I at least will remember that and not let it happen now that I'm back to competing where I had been out of the game for 4 years. So lessons learned there. Morning of the show, I felt really rushed. It was just a rough day for me. The day before the show really didn't feel great either. So just going into it, I wasn't in the best headspace. I liked that we overcame my period and the water retention that I had, but I didn't love my look. I preferred my look when I was about 3 weeks out. We were really pushing for conditioning at the end, and that just sacrifices some fullness. So I brought what I brought. It is what it is. I have a little comparison of like 3 weeks out versus show day. Is what it is. I don't love my stage shots. My rib flare on that side is really prominent. So I think I am going to switch sides going forward, but I will have time to do that. So just lessons learned there. Do I think that I was judged unfairly? No. What I brought got the placing it deserved. That people beat me that deserved to beat me. I have areas to improve. My posing was okay, not great. I was in my head backstage right before I went on. That's the most nervous I've ever been competing. Going to be honest. I think I got so much in my head about it being a new level, and I backstage almost hyperventilating. I had to do box breathing. It happens. It happens even as an experienced competitor. You can get in your head, and thankfully box breathing, all of that, it helped me so that I could breathe on stage. And I thought I forgot to smile. Honestly, I thought I forgot to smile when I was out there after the first round. I was like, did I forget to smile? Thankfully I didn't. Jay and Mary told me, they're like, no, you smiled the whole time. It's good. I was like, okay, great. And they're like, yeah, you looked calm. I was like, I was not calm at all. So that's that with the actual show, how it felt for me. Let us get into the judging feedback, which is what everyone getting into Fit Model wants to know. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I really only got feedback from Tyler. I reached out to all the judges. Stayed after some things were a little hectic. Show day. Tyler said grow all over. He liked my conditioning. No really notes on anything else. Grow, which I expected. I've talked with friends for, the weeks going in, and I believe some on here. I know I was going to need to grow to be more competitive, even in Fit Model. If you don't know, I basically took 2 years entirely off of lifting in my period after I stopped competing because of personal reasons, family reasons. So I'm not going to have that same size that I used to have or that I could have that these ladies that have been competing for bikini or continuously bodybuilding these years have. It is what it is. I just have to get back to work, and that is what I'm going to do. Realistically, right after the show, a part of me did want to try to compete again, whether it be another national show or regional show, to try to redeem myself. I think that's a thing that a lot of us competitors couldn't get into. It's very hard when you lose to reconcile your, not identity, because I don't completely identify as a competitor, but reconcile the effort you put in and the high that you were on before versus a loss. It's difficult. So part of me wanted to do that. Everyone's like, oh, fill back out, you can do better, so many weeks. And I think not that prep is the problem, because my calories didn't get too low, honestly. Not bad at all. I don't like the weight I'm at, but the method that I got there is sustainable. It's not that I need a break from prep. I think mentally I need to step away. I have things I know I need to work on, and I won't be able to bring the confidence that I know I want and need to display on stage if I go back at it again this season. I just won't. Knowing what I know and seeing the photos and seeing where, the discrepancies in my physique are, I need to take time away from stage to build up so that I feel awesome about what I bring next time. And I think that's totally reasonable. I think that it was a little hard those first few days, and a lot of people were asking me, oh, off-season prep, I had no clue. I need to sit in silence and really sort through my emotions and figure out what was best for me, fully get my feedback, and just see how my body was responding after, 20 weeks of dieting into 2 shows, what was going on. So yes, this is officially the end of my 2025 season. And as much as it would be great to end on a high note, this is life. This is competing. At the end of the day, you can't win every time. And if you haven't lost yet, it's probably coming. That's just how it is with bodybuilding. You do it for the challenge, you do it to push yourself and to improve. So it's time for me to make the improvements I need to. So even things with my posing was okay. I see that there's another level I can reach with my confidence and my presence, and I need to switch sides. I need to get this right shoulder where this left one is so that my upper body can hang, because for some reason my ribs don't show on my right side. So just continuing to refine what I am going to bring to stage and work on that. Just continue to build. That's the biggest thing. And where my prep wasn't super extreme, my calories didn't get low, my cardio didn't get high. Coming out of the show and starting my reverse has been relatively easy. My weight hasn't gone crazy, nothing like that. So I'm really excited to see what I can do for official plans. I would like to compete next year, but my goal is to stay not stage lean, but within shooting distance lean. So if I stay in a reasonable body fat area, it shouldn't be hard to prep over 8 to 10 weeks and get into condition. I have ideas for shows. I don't want to put it into existence, because then if people ask and I don't feel ready, it's this bit of pressure. So I would love to compete sometime next year. Is this going to happen? I don't know. it is what it is. As much as I want to go pro and that I want to be more successful sooner, I'm not going to do whatever it takes. And I think that's okay to say I'm not willing to do anything on the board. I have certain boundaries, I have certain limits. I work full time, I'm a wife. I have a lot that's going on, so I'm not willing to do whatever to get up there quickly. I'll take my time. I will build my physique how I feel comfortable with. And if that means I don't get to compete next year, that's okay. Because I would like to be to the point where I know that my glutes, my legs, and everything is exactly where I want it to be when I come onto stage, and that I can fit that criteria and be awarded for it. So that's my rough plans right now. Transitioning into off season, just getting back into life, going to be doing all the same things, similar foods, just a little bit more variety and vegetables, protein sources, all of that stuff. And that's all. That's all it's going to be. So I will still bring you guys along. I will still keep sharing everything I do and my training, my food, etc., all of that. So thank you guys so much for listening. Please like, comment, or subscribe. If you have any questions, anything like that, if there's anything you want me to share, I'm more than happy to. But thank you guys, and I will talk to you next time.